Welcome back to WC Bricks and another episode of building Arkham Asylum in Lego. And here we have our first section of removable rockwork. So this is the part that's concealing the prison cell, so that just pops off. And as you can see on the side of the prison cell there, we've got two Technic bricks. And on the back of the rockwork, we've got the two Technic pins, which are built into the brick. And then that just slides in on top of it. Now, as you can see, there are tiles all the way along the bottom there, and the actual bit of rockwork's got a step on there, which allows for this step down the bottom here, and then that just slides back into place and clips in there. And as you can see, you can't even tell where the removable section starts and finishes, which is really good. And here we have the first two removable sections on Arkham Asylum, which we're going to be building the buildings on. So on this one here, this is going to be the main building. There will be a bit more building over on this side here, and this is going to be the exercise area, but that's just going to attach onto the side of it, so we can do that totally separately. And the same with at the front there. This is going to be the garage area where the Arkham vehicles will reverse into and then unload the high security prisoners. The hole in the back there, that's for feeding Killer Croc. However, I'm contemplating making that a little bit bigger so that they can sort of, like, if they need to get in and out of that part, or to put Killer Croc in and out of there, then that they can do so just there. So I just need to tweak that a little bit there. And obviously this is the stairwell that goes down to the main prison cells. So this one here comes off, so that's all going to be one modular, and then this is the main one as well. So this is the main size of Arkham Asylum, and as I said, there will be a small section there, which is probably going to be around about 16 by 16 studs. So anyway, what we're going to do now, we're going to sort of map out how we're going to be doing each of these sections here, put a row of bricks down on there. One thing we do need to do is obviously make sure that this continues up so that the next stair is on there properly. So I have a black plate on there to start with, I think it's going to be, and then a white tile on top of it. And here we have the ground floor of Arkham Asylum. So we've used the masonry bricks in the light bluish grey. We're only going to be using these bricks up to here, and then the rest of it is going to be using the dark bluish grey and the brown to give it more of a colour scheme like you saw in the Lego set from the Batman Lego movie. The doorway over here, that's going to lead to the exercise area, which will be out here, and I'm going to put another room out here. So I'm not sure what we're actually going to have in there, whether it's like an indoor exercise area possibly, but what I'm going to need to do is change that up there to a doorway as opposed to a window. The stairs obviously come up here from the maximum security, so what we're going to need to do is put the corridor coming round here and then coming into this section here, and we've obviously got the hatch that'll be going there. So I just need to work out all the doors and corridors, how that's going to be going on there, but it's not going to be affecting what we're doing over this side. And here we have the second building all in place. Now I've put it together, I'm going to shrink it by one stud. I don't know how I've done it, but I didn't realise that this was overhanging by one stud compared with that section just there, and I want to make it so it's all level along that wall. I think it's just going to be a lot easier for the next floor up if it is all square. These are the stairs that are going to be coming from the car park up to the entrance of Arkham Asylum. Now what I am going to be doing is rearranging this section in here. I want it so the prison cells are in a U, and then there's going to be the next floor up is going to be exactly the same. And obviously if I've got the front door sort of like here, you're not going to be able to have that. So I want to change that, and we're going to rearrange that entire floor. So first of all, I'm going to amend this by one stud, which won't take too long to do, and then we'll have a look at rearranging that. A quick update to show you what's going on. We've made another panel to cover another section of the floor here. So this one has got the trapdoor lever in there, so we've put a hole in that platform, so that whole section there will just lift off. So that's all good. And this one's going to be part building and part workout area on there, and possibly we will have the one of the watchtowers on that top corner there. I'm thinking about putting another one here. Just need to work out what to do with this building here, as the internal side of it is one brick higher than I'd ideally like. And I can't see a way around it unless I lose this raised platform in here, which is only raised up by one brick, but I think it needs it for when sort of like they're unloading the transport sort of thing. And here's our revised ground floor of Arkham Asylum. And As you can see, we've moved all the sails down to this end. We've only got the one doorway down the end here. Originally, I was going to have another doorway here and one down there. However, it didn't work out that way. So when we build the next floor up, there's going to be 3 more sails directly above this side and also that side. A walkway across there, so it's going to be the U shape that I was referring to. So there'll be a hole in the floor here, so people in these sails can see down into that side and obviously that side as well. So I'm a lot happy with that. So when you come in the front of Arkham Asylum here, all the prison cells will be to the right hand side. So we have a door here and along the back there, so when visitors come along they won't be able to see into the cell area. This side here, that's going to be probably where I'm going to do like a mess hall sort of thing. But really pleased with how that's all looking now. On the door side of things, I've got these sort of like prison cell bar doors, and there'll be the same sort of like effect on all of the other door frames there, but they obviously won't open. When I did first build this, I had the doors so that all 3 doors are on a mechanism, so they all opened and closed at the same time. Very similar to one of the Arkham Asylum Lego sets. However, it meant it came out by an extra stud, and it just didn't quite look right, but I did like the idea of it, so I may revisit that a little bit later on. One problem I was having was I was using the doorstep pieces and it was causing a problem with the floor. I wouldn't be able to tile it how I wanted to, but I think I have got another possible solution to that. So again, I may revisit that next week, but I'll cross that bridge a little bit later on. And around here, we have added some steps in here. So the steps that came up here, due to some of the height problems we were having, that wasn't quite working out right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the other section here next to it now and show you what it looks like. And here is the other section. So as you can see, this is the garage area. So the meat wagons will reverse in here. There's a raised platform just there, which is sort of like so they can unload easily onto there. This doorway will lead in, and then there's going to be another, this corridor here is just purely for security purposes. So there'll be sort of like bars in here. So if for any reason any prisoners escape, they've got to get through so many doors to get out. The sort of thing you would expect to see in Arkham Asylum. This section here is obviously the feeding area and entrance to get to the Killer Croc sewer section. And then this will be leading into the main part of the prison. The hole down there, that will lead down into the maximum security area. And this section here is just going to be purely for sort of like guards and things like that. So if I just rotate this part around. So as you can see, you'll have the car park down here, walk up the steps, then you turn right. You've got the last couple of steps, and then you'll have the entrance to Arkham Asylum just there. Now, due to this raised area here, we are 1 brick higher on here. So I will probably raise this entire area up by 1 brick. And if I do change the prison doors to the runner system, that does require an extra brick. So there is a good chance I might change that over for next week. But I do want to make sure that this does look how I want it to. And here we have the last 2 sections of rock work, and these are the 2 removable sections. So we've got this one here which will reveal the Batcave, and I can remove that Technic brick there because we've just gone for the 1 pin on here. This rock piece here is very fragile, and just a moment ago when I removed it, it did fall apart, and that's the one that just shows you a sewer pipe basically. So doesn't really need to be there, I don't think. It doesn't really show that much, doesn't bring much to the party, but we'll leave it in all the same. And there's the island all put back together, and as you can see, all the rock work is now completed all the way around the island, so all of the removable sections have been put together. And we've put obviously the buildings on the top there, so the layout of them. Just got to decide exactly what we're going to do in this area here. I would like to put a bit of a building at the front of it here, but I do need to make sure that it looks right. And I think I need to change up something on this wall here because it's way too plain. This one here, we're going to have the rock work coming up, so it's going to hide it. And what I might do is put some small windows with bars on the prison cells there. So all coming on really nicely. The one thing I have got to work out is if I do put a building on there, how we're going to make the building on top look as the stairs come up here. And I obviously want to have cells on this section again on the next level up. So when the front door comes, it will have to be here, and it would be nice to have had the front door sort of like central to the main building. So whether or not this is like a separate wing, not sure yet, but we're thinking something. Anyway, really pleased with the amount of progress we've got done this week. Need to get a load of tiles for the floor, so hopefully there'll be some on the big brick wall in Dublin, and we can get some there. But yeah, there it is. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed the update. If you have, please give us a big thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content on the channel. And please share it with family and friends. Anyway, thanks for walking on by. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.